today is inheriting and reshaping Chinese traditional culture. Before I get to the main point, I'd like to pose a question. As students or former students, what do you think about our school's requirements of us to memorize poems from the past? I'll leave this question with you, and I'll share my thoughts shortly. Growing up, I feel fortunate to be surrounded by the rich traditions and values of Chinese culture. Respect for the elders, filial piety, and a sense of community were instilled in me by my parents and my grandparents. These values have sustained us for centuries and continue to offer guidance and wisdom in our daily lives. However, I recognize that many young people nowadays face challenges in maintaining their cultural identity while adapting to the changing times. The rapid pace of technological advancement and globalization can make it difficult for us to connect with our roots and find a sense of belonging. So, to answer the question I posed earlier, why do we memorize literature from the past? Is it just for fun? Obviously not. It's because the timeless intelligence and wisdom from these writings still hold our traditional values as a source of identity and history. We should embrace our traditional culture as a reminder of our cultural roots, which have withstood the test of time with various challenges through history. I believe we can bridge the gap between the past and the present, between tradition and innovation. We can find new and innovative ways to incorporate traditional art forms and poetry into modern performances, such as popular song lyrics. One example would be Wang Fei's musical adaptation of So Six's poem from the Song Dynasty, where we all enjoy a long life. By doing so, we can create a gap, create a bridge between the past and the present, a bridge that honors our cultural roots while staying relevant to the younger generation. Let's embrace our traditional culture, honor our roots, and work towards a future that is both forward-looking and grounded in the rich traditions of our heritage. I've always enjoyed traditional art forms and poetry and conversations with the elderly in my family when they reminisce about the past. I believe we can learn as much from looking back as we can from looking forward. Traditional values like kindness, modesty, courtesy, and consideration for others are not just dated ideals, but are timeless values that will always be our guide as we navigate our way through our life, especially at a time when the importance of the individual is put on a pedestal. There's beauty in our tradition. There's wisdom in our tradition. It would be a mistake and a waste if we let our treasure become a lost symbol of what once was. So let's start from ourselves. Enjoy our culture and inherit our culture. Teach them to the younger generations so that everyone can understand the beauty in the tradition of the Chinese culture. Thank you.
Thank you for your speech. Now let's welcome Pastor Buster to ask a question about your prepared speech.
Thank you for sharing, contestant number 9. My question is, can you suggest one Chinese poem or one literary work that you can use to encourage our contestants today?
May you please repeat the question?
Can you suggest one Chinese poem or one literary work that you can use to encourage our contestants today?
Oh, okay. So, in terms of suggesting a Chinese poem or a poetry, I actually have one in mind. It's a poetry written by Li Ba, a Chinese poet, writer. So the content of this poetry is that it's about when he mentions that it is very difficult to walk the path towards success, and I don't know if anyone have also read the poetry. And so the name of this literature work is The Path is Difficult. So So from this literature work, he actually tells that everyone the way to success is difficult as it always is. So that even if we face so much challenges and difficulties, we still have to continue on this path before we can succeed. Thank you.